Hi students, today we are going to learn about the lesson motion from the class 9, both state boards of Telugu. So the word motion describes about the movement of the physical bodies that we are observing in nature. Students, we are familiar about the idea of motion in earlier classes. So I will try to remember those points. So we have studied across different types of motion. So what is the motion and its examples in our earlier classes. So we have seen different types of motions by different objects like Earth's motion, like people's motion, like vehicles motion, trains are moving, aeroplanes are moving, birds are moving, raindrops falling on the earth, objects thrown into air. So everything will be following different paths and some organized paths. As we studied earlier, we have different types of motion. So in those, the first one is translatory motion, and the second one is oscillatory, and the third one is circular. So based on the path followed by the objects, we have described the types of motion into three parts, that is translatory, oscillatory and circular. So these translatory is divided into two parts. One is rectilinear and second one is curvilinear. So if we consider the motion of objects between 2 points and the followed path is a straight line, then it is called rectilinear, and if it is a curved path, then it is curvilinear. And coming to the oscillatory, when an object moving between 2 points continuously and again, like repeatedly, or making to and fro motion between 2 points, such type of motion is called oscillatory. So in these two types are there, one is oscillations and another is vibrations. So a body is moving between 2 points, making to and fro motion, but it is fixed at one point and making a to and fro motion, that means making oscillations. Such type of motion is called oscillatory motion. And vibratory, when the object which is making to and fro motion and it is fixed at two or more points in the body and dissipating energy, then such motion is called vibrations or vibratory motions. I will explain clearly. So if you take a pendulum bob, you have a thread and you have a bob, and if you try to pull and try to release that one, it will make oscillations, and the bob is fixed at one point on the top, fixed at one point and making oscillations. It doesn't dissipate any energy in terms of sound, in terms of heat, in terms of any other forms of energy. So such type is called oscillations. Consider a blade case. If you fix a blade in any crack of a table, and if you plug that blade will give you sound along with the to and fro motions or vibrations. So in such case, the fixed points in the blade are two or more, and it is making oscillations, that is making to and fro motion about a main point, and it is dissipating some energy in terms of sound. Like that, some objects are there, they will dissipate energy in terms of heat, in terms of light. In our next class or in higher classes, you will come to know what are those objects. So as of now, when a body is fixed at one point and making oscillation, then such motion is called oscillatory, and fixed at two or more points making oscillations and dissipating energy, such case is called vibratory. And the last one is circular motion. So where the path of the body is a circle, then such type of motion is called circulatory motion or circular motion. So in these two types are there. One is rotatory. and another one is called revolutionary. I will explain the rotatory motion. A body is making circular motion when it is moving around itself like a top. If you release a top, it will rotate itself, it will move around itself. In such case, the axis of movement will be in the body. The axis of movement, I mean the axis of the path followed by the body will be in the body itself. So such type of thing is called rotatory. If the axis lies outside the body, then such case is called revolutionary. I will explain with examples. Earth is moving around itself, so it has axis which is inside the earth. Because of that rotation only we can feel day and night. So such type of motion is called rotatory. And earth is moving around the sun, so the axis of movement is at the sun and earth is moving around the sun, so such type of motion is called revolutionary. The whole body of earth is moving around the sun. In such case, the axis of motion lies at the sun and around the sun earth is moving. Such type of motion is called revolutionary. With another example, I will explain you this revolutionary motion. Take a bob or a ball, tie a thread to that ball and try to rotate that ball around you. So here the whole ball is moving around you. So in such case, the axis of motion lies in your hand or in your body, but not in the bob. Bob is moving around you. So in such case, the motion traced by the bob is circular and it is moving around me where the axis lies. So axis does not lies in the bob. So such case is called revolutionary. So like this, based on the path, we can classify the motion of an object into different types like translatory, oscillatory and circular, and we have subclassification is also there. So by keen observation we can classify a particular motion. Not only with the path of the motion, and time taken by the motion also is classified into different types. For example, a car is moving between A and B points whose distance is 10 meters and it is taking 2 seconds to travel that distance. And again it is moving from B to C, which is also 10 meters away from B, and the car is taking 2 seconds for that. So in such case, the car is traveling equal distances in equal intervals. Such type of motion is called uniform motion. So in this chapter you will get full information about it. And non-uniform motion. So if it is not maintaining equal intervals for such motion, then that is called non-uniform. That means for the next 10 meters, if it is not following 2 seconds and it is traveling with 1 second or 3 seconds like that, then in such case the motion shown by the object is called non-uniform motion. And uniform motion is also named as periodic motion. Non-uniform motion also known as non-periodic. Period means a stipulated time. So you have a periods in your class, in your school. So after every 45 minutes, your teacher is going to be changed. So periodically the teachers are changing. So that type of thing will be considered under periodic situation. So here periodic motion, like take the seconds hand in the clock. For every minute it is coming back to its position, traveling a circular path and coming back to its position. For every minute it is following the same path and coming back to its position. Such type of motion is called periodic. Even minutes hand, even hours hand also. So for every 60 minutes the minutes hand coming back to its position. So like that it is maintaining equal times to travel the same path. Such type of motion is called periodic motion. And if it is not maintained equal intervals, then that is called non-periodic. For example, cyclones will come at the early months of rainy season in a year, but it won't maintain proper date. Your birthday will come in proper date, but the cyclones won't come. So that means it is a non-periodic motion. So students, I think you got the differentiation of these two. So for the next concepts, you will easily understand what it is.